A team of burglars plan to rob a blind veteran's home, but little do they know he can hear really good. We start things off with the scene of a woman's bloody body being dragged down a street by an old person. We then cut to a door to a fancy-looking house and a group of teens enter it about to rob it. After disabling the alarm, they go to town, taking everything in sight. One of the members, named Money, starts breaking stuff for no reason. Gangster. While the others are being productive members of society doing things like stealing iPads and playing dress-up, Money decides to take a leak on the floor. They leave after needlessly destroying a glass door, which sets off the house alarm. In the car, we see the gang celebrating their victory royale. Alex, another member of the robbing squad, arrives home and takes a secret key from under a lampshade, and secretly returns the key he used to break into the house. We then see our boy, Money, mad that he didn't get much moolah for selling stuff he got from the robbery, and gets yelled at for taking items and not actually money. Come on, man, it's in your name. The guy gives Money a tip on which spot to hit next, which he tells the crew. Yo, so we gotta rob this old blind veteran's house. His daughter got killed and he won a bunch of money from a settlement. What the fuck is wrong with you? Money explains that the veteran has at least $300,000 in his home, and while Alex doesn't want to go through with it due to the fear of being arrested, but Money and Rocky aren't pussies and still want to do it. Alex leaves the diner saying he's not into it. Later at home, he gets a text from Rocky and does some research. We later see Rocky hanging out with his little sister, Diddy, and she gets a text from Alex saying he's in. She then promises to Diddy that she will take her to California when she gets enough money. Wait, why would anyone want to move there? Regardless, she agrees and they fist bump. They later arrive outside the house they're gonna rob and Money grabs a camera off of the fence. Cut to them in a car. Alex notices something on Rocky.
Is that a new tattoo?
Yeah, I got it because my mom locked me in the trunk of a car when I was younger and the ladybug touched me. What the hell is wrong with these people? Money then returns with time-lapse footage of the house and shows that the veteran hasn't left his home in over 5 days. Damn, he must be a gamer. Suddenly, their car gets attacked by a doggo. We then see the owner of said doggo, which conveniently is the blind veteran they're supposed to rob. They leave to prepare for the robbery and return later in the night. As they approach the house, Money throws a dog treat that the doggo eats. They have trouble going in through the front door and they decide to go through the backyard. We see Money go first, holding a crowbar, and we see that doggo has been put to sleep. Sleep tight, doggo. Alex investigates a side door and attempts to pick the lock but is having some trouble. Money spots a cellar door and tries unlocking the hatch, but to no avail. Man, talk about tight security. Rocky then comes in clutch and spots an unbarred window, which Money boosts her up to. She breaks it open and we see the motion sensor start to go off as she enters the bathroom. As she walks through the house, we see her being messy and leave a trail of glass as she goes. Rocky then deactivates the house alarm with a special remote that Alex gave her. Rocky then notices a picture on a shelf which happens to be of the veteran's daughter. We cut back to Alex, who is worried for Rocky's safety, to which Money responds with,
Be a good friend and stay in the fucking friend zone, aight?
Wow, harsh. Suddenly, Rocky opens the side door, breaking the awkward tension. They get inside and start searching the place for the cash. Money then spots some bells placed on top of a door frame. Huh, I wonder why that's there. We then see Rocky checking out a closet and Alex inspecting the alarm. Money decides to check upstairs to deal with the old guy. What could go wrong? He makes his way to the vet's room, who left his TV on. Man, this guy's electric bill must be through the roof. We get a heavy bit of foreshadow with an ominous pan to a gun strapped under the bed. After that, we finally get to take a look at the veteran in all of his sleeping glory. Money slowly walks into the room and makes too much noise stabbing a special gas bottle, which awakens the vet. Of course, in any other situation, Money would be screwed, but lucky for us, our boy is blind. He turns the TV off and goes back to sleep like a Chad. Money, definitely not scared shitless, leaves the bottle on the floor and lets the room fill with gas before leaving. Money goes downstairs and jump scares Rocky, who spots a pretty sus lock which they can't open. Money gets the bright idea to start smashing the lock with a crowbar, making a ton of noise. That doesn't work at all and decides to be a gangster and pulls out a gun and simply shoots the lock. Man, why didn't you just start with that? Alex doesn't like that Money brought a gun and backs out to leave. On another note, Money finally gets the door open when suddenly we see the blind vet appear out of nowhere. Money then tries talking with the vet. Haha, it's just a prank, bro. I'm not robbing you. I'm drunk. Hey, what's this lock on the floor? Oh shit. Money decides to threaten the vet with a gun, but you see, the veteran is a veteran, so he doesn't fuck around. He slowly approaches Money, which freaks him the fuck out, causing him to let out a warning shot which startles the vet. Suddenly, the vet wrestles the gun out of Money's hand and starts beating the shit out of him. The veteran points the gun at Money, who says he's alone, and gets shot for his truthfulness. Harsh. Rocky, who watched the whole thing, slowly backs away and hides in a closet. The veteran then starts raging at a wall, and we see Alex, who is about to leave, go back inside and runs into the vet, narrowly missing him. Good thing they chose to rob a cripple, right? The vet steps on some glass that Rocky left earlier. Alex watches in horror as the side door gets locked shut. He hides in the bathroom and is followed by the veteran, who boards up the windows. We cut to see Rocky in the closet texting Alice that they shot Money. After texting their locations to each other, Rocky tries escaping the closet only to run into the vet. She hides again and watches him open up a super secret safe and memorizes the password. Oh boy, time to perform a devious lick. Returning to Alex, we see him slowly leave the bathroom and spots Money on the floor. He hides in the closet with Rocky and wants to call the cops, but Rocky changes his mind by showing him and opening the safe. She takes the money out, which turns out to be about $1 million instead of $300,000. Damn, Money really doesn't know much about money, right? They spot the door Money opened and decide to escape through the cellar. As Rocky is about to go through the door, the vet barges in and we see him attempting to bag Money's body. As he drags his body away, Alex accidentally makes a sound alerting the veteran. He starts blindly pointing his gun around the room, and right as he's about to shoot Rocky, a phone goes off which he shoots at. Man, he must hate phones. As he carries on with disposing of the body, Alex and Rocky go through the door and descend into the basement. As they start looking for a way out, we hear the vet doing some drilling upstairs. He heads to the kitchen and starts sniffing the air. Something smells off, and he investigates a slightly moved chair and finds 2 pairs of shoes under it. Uh-oh. The veteran returns to his safe only to discover that his money is gone. And that's why you don't take what's not yours, kids. We go back to Rocky and Alex in the basement looking at some cool-ass plants. What is this, the weed room? Suddenly, they get surprised by a gagged girl who accidentally sets off some alarm bells, alerting the vet. The girl asks for help through muffles, and Alex doesn't want to be a part of whatever this is. As they back away from the pillow sex dungeon, the gagged lady shows them a newspaper that says she is the one who killed the blind guy's daughter. Oh, that explains almost nothing. She points to a safe when suddenly, our favorite blind boy comes down to the basement with a gun. Rocky quickly opens the safe with the code she memorized from earlier and finds some special keys inside. They unlock the bondaged girl, free her, and are led to the cellar door by the gagged lady. Alex tries unlocking it only to see that it's padlocked. Alex uses the keys they found to open the lock only to find the veteran waiting for them who quickly caps them. As they fall down, we see that Bondage Lady has been shot dead. Rip Bondage Lady. Rocky and Alex try to run away and get shot at. As they hide unscathed, we see the vet inspecting the gagged girl's body and starts having a mental breakdown. He screams in rage and closes the cellar door, breaking the padlock in the process. Now he means business. Alex and Rocky take this opportunity to escape, but the vet evens the playing field by turning off the lights. Now you know how he feels. He starts shooting at them while they blindly try to find an exit. Rocky calls out to Alex only to get shot at. They both fumble around in the darkness some more and Alex touches a shelf, alerting the vet. We cut to Rocky feeling her way through the basement. As she is about to touch the blind man, Alex calls her name and gets shot at. Nice save. He gets held at gunpoint by the blind dude, only for him to find out he has no more bullets left. The vet decides to introduce Alex to these hands and starts strangling him. Alex then gets the big brain move to topple a shelf on top of the veteran. He finds Rocky and they finally escape the basement with Alex jamming the door behind him. The two encounter an even worse threat than before. That's right, the doggo. Alex quickly gives Rocky the keys for her to unlock the front door while he distracts the pup. She's having some trouble with the keys and Alex manages to make the dog calm down. Aw, it even sat down. Good boy. Suddenly, the vet starts banging on the door which brings the dog into full attack mode. It chases the two upstairs, where they lock themselves in a spare room only to see that the doors and windows have been blocked off. We then cut to the blind guy entering his room and grabs his spare bed gun. Alex in the other room wants to use his special remote to activate the house alarm, but Rocky doesn't want the cops to get involved. As the two argue, we see that the vet is trying to break into the room. Alex quickly goes to hold the door shut, while Rocky jumps into the vents. The door finally gives out and the dog rushes in, knocking Alex through a window, making him fall on the glass roof which cracks. Inside the vents, we see Rocky doing her best to crawl through, and we return to Alex who is directly above the blind veteran. Huh, good thing he can't see. Returning to Rocky, she finds an opening, but we see the dog enter the vents with her. Seeing no other option, she dives down the opening neck first. Suddenly, we see Alex slowly waking up on the glass roof, and it cracks as he moves. We then see the veteran shoot at Alex from the guest room window, breaking the glass, making him fall. Wow, for a veteran, he seems to miss a lot. What is he, blind? After crashing down, Alex uses his handy-dandy remote device and attempts to activate the house alarm. The vet stops him though, and shoots at Alex, causing him to retreat and accidentally bumping into Money's body. The veteran just stands there for a bit when suddenly he hears Alex breathe weird, which alerts him to his position. Damn dude, you got asthma? He approaches the room Alex is in and starts shooting like a madman. Alex decides it's hammer time and starts attacking the vet with his hammer. The veteran quickly gains the upper hand and starts choking Alex again. Man, is this a kink for you or something? Alex smashes a bottle on him which allows him to break free, only to find out that wasn't a good idea. The vet starts swinging his shovel around and accidentally activates a washing machine which makes enough noise for Alex to go for the dropped gun. However, the vet catches Alex before he could reach and starts choking him out. Again, Alex finally gets the gun only to get yeeted across the room. The veteran starts beating the shit out of Alex and steals his remote. He then seemingly does a finishing move from Mortal Kombat and stabs Alex with some clippers. Returning to Rocky, who is injured after landing on her neck, starts crawling like a champ through the vent and finds the exit outside. She starts pushing and kicking at the grate and eventually it opens. Ah, great, now she can go home. Hide the money and tell the cops everything. Nah, just kidding. The vet grabs her and knocks her out. We later see Rocky in the same bondage that the gagged lady from before was in. Uh-oh, things are about to get kinky. She notices the vet and begs for help when suddenly our silent protagonist speaks for the second time in the movie. Ayo dog, you know that lady from earlier? She killed my daughter and didn't go to jail, so I wanted her to give me a new one. Hold up, did I indirectly kill a pregnant lady? Hey, remember Alex? Well, guess what? The vet stabbed the wrong body and he's okay. Alex goes into full sicko mode and grabs a hammer and immediately gets chased by a dog which she locks in a room. Hell yeah, time to be badass. We cut back to the dead girl's body in a tub which is being filled by black liquid. The vet seals the body under his floor and we cut back to Alex working on opening the front door. Back to the vet, we see him turning on a hot plate and placing a cup of sticky DNA on it. The vet explains that he never forced himself onto the girl and was going to release her once she gave birth. Rocky starts to get what's about to happen when the vet cuts open her pants. He then grabs a turkey baster, fills it with suspicious DNA, and threateningly walks towards her. The veteran grabs her and promises to release her after 9 months, and right before he can plant his DNA in her, he gets attacked by Alex. Hell yeah, you finally did something useful for once. He releases her and handcuffs the vet. Rocky gets her revenge by beating him up and giving him a healthy snack. Rocky finally wants to call the cops, but Alex suddenly wants to grab the money and get out of there. The vet tells them to
Get out of my house!
They oblige and exit the basement, and as they unlock the front door, Alex gets shot in the back and dies for real. Rocky quickly makes a break for it and runs out of the house carrying the money. Haha, you can't get me, I'm outside. Vito, go after her. Oh shit. Rocky then runs with the doggo after her and manages to escape into her car only to find out she dropped the money right outside. What's even worse is that the dog is there too. After raging for a bit, she gets an idea to open the trunk of her car and baits the dog into entering it. She then locks it with some rope when the dog bursts through the seats. Man, that is one determined mutt. It jumps at her, but she manages to leash it to the trunk. She escapes and grabs the money, only to get knocked out for the second time by the vet. We then see Rocky getting dragged on the floor by the vet, just like how we saw in the beginning. The vet brings Rocky into his house and locks the door for one final showdown. Rocky wakes up and notices Alex's lifeless body as well as a ladybug crawling on her hand, then sees the remote. She now knows what to do. As the vet pulls out a gun, Rocky pulls a "No you" and activates the house alarm, which hurts the vet's special ears. He starts shooting blindly and unknowingly shoots a picture of his daughter. Eventually, he runs out of bullets and Rocky starts beating him up with a crowbar and throws him down into the basement. His gun lands weirdly, which shoots him in the side, seemingly killing him. Rocky grabs the bag of money, taking a moment to breathe before hearing sirens and making a run for it. We later see Rocky at a diner with her little sister when she notices that the news is broadcasting a story about her break-in and reveals that the veteran not only lived but stayed a true homie and didn't say that Rocky was there or that she stole his money. We later see Rocky take her sister to an airport, seemingly taking her to their dream state, California. But do you know what's even better than going to California? Subscribing to Smerk and watching this recap about a girl who frames her husband for her own kidnapping. Pretty mysterious if you ask me.